I think I'm live. Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa, and I'm looking forward to a super creative evening with you. You're watching the second out of six FIMO workshops, six seasonal FIMO workshops. And today we will make super nice autumn leaf earrings with FIMO leather effect. And I will tell you everything about FIMO leather effect. And now I'm super curious who's here today. So please type into the chat from where you're watching. I'm from Germany, from Mainz in Germany. And I'm very curious where you're from. Are you from Germany or from another country? I'm really excited to see how international we are here today. Kune Coco is watching from Düsseldorf, also Germany. Catherine from Manchester, UK. Oh, super cool. Please type into the chat because I'm really curious to see where you're from and from where you're watching. So today we will make super nice leaf earrings with FIMO leather effect. Jericho from Nuremberg, Germany. Super cool. So what we make today is a super easy project, and don't worry if you have not worked with FIMO leather effect before, because I will tell you all the basics. You will learn everything about FIMO leather effect. And about me, I'm Lisa. I'm a FIMO artist from Germany. I work a lot with FIMO Soft, but also with FIMO leather effect, and you can find me on the internet as mein Feenstaub. I will show you my Instagram handle when I switch the camera. And you are watching the second out of six seasonal FIMO workshops. And now every 2 weeks, there will be another FIMO workshop. So make sure to subscribe to the FIMO channel. And that's something that you can do right now. Click subscribe, and then you will always get a notification when there's another FIMO workshop. So you won't miss any because they are really, really awesome FIMO workshops to come. There will be 4 FIMO workshops in November and December, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. So before we start, I'm really curious if you have worked with FIMO leather effect before. Please type into the chat if you've worked with FIMO leather effect before, or perhaps also just with FIMO Soft. I will show you the differences very, very soon. But for now, I'm super curious if you have worked with FIMO leather effect before, because that's the FIMO we will work with today. Kune Coco says, already subscribed and did the stuff with the bell that all the YouTubers tell you all the time. Perfect. Please do the stuff with the bell. Click on the bell and you will get notifications for the awesome FIMO workshops that are yet to come. So basically, I'm super happy if you use the chat, if you answer my questions, and if you have any questions regarding FIMO leather effect, regarding FIMO Soft, whatever, just type them into the chat. I will answer them. I have my laptop right here, and the FIMO team is also on the chat. So if I miss your question, no worries, the FIMO team is there as well. Catherine has not used any of it before, but is really interested. That's perfect. And I'm also curious if you will craft with me today, if you have FIMO leather effect with you. If you haven't, don't worry, because you can watch the video later on the FIMO channel. So just watch what I'm doing. You can ask your questions, and you can watch the video again after a workshop. So no worries if you don't have the material, but I'm curious if someone is crafting with me today. Kune Coco says, the first time I saw a bracelet made out of FIMO leather effect, I could not believe that it was FIMO. It's really special, and I will show you everything about FIMO leather effect very soon. But first, I will switch my camera so you can see what I'm doing right here on my table. I will show you the projects. I will tell you a little bit about FIMO in general and then everything about FIMO leather effect, because FIMO leather effect is really cool and special. So give me some seconds to switch the camera. Okay, I just need to check if you see everything. Sneak peek, yeah. Okay, that's not perfect, but I think, okay. Okay. I have it fixed very soon. The cable is a bit, that annoys me. Okay, I think that's fine. I think you can see. The cable. I will put it up here. Okay, you can fetch it rings until I have fixed the cable, because it's like totally in the way. Okay, that's fine. Little break, but I'm back again. So now you can see everything. Perfect. Okay, now I will tell you everything about FIMO first. First, let's talk about FIMO Soft. We will not work with FIMO Soft today, but I will tell you a little bit about it so you can also see the differences to FIMO Leather Effect. FIMO Soft is an oven hardening modeling clay. This means you can model it, you can craft with it, and then you put it in the oven, and then you can, then it's really hard. This isn't. These little balls are made out of FIMO Soft. You can now type into the chat if you have worked with FIMO Soft before. You can model it in your hands, then you put it in the oven, and then it gets like really nice and hard. You can make like decorations out of it. You can make jewelry out of it, and it's really, really nice to work with. It's also really soft, and Kunikoko loves FIMO Soft. That's great. FIMO Soft is available in 30 colors, and it can also be mixed with FIMO Effect. FIMO Effect is really similar to FIMO Soft, but it has some cool effects. For example, this one has a granite effect, and this one is like with glitter, for example. And it's, when you work with it, it's really similar to FIMO Soft, but it has just some cool effects. And then there's FIMO Leather Effect, and FIMO Leather Effect is special. It's not like any other FIMO you know. So I will put these away because we do not need these today. FIMO Leather Effect looks like FIMO Soft at first. However, you roll it out and everything you can see here is FIMO Leather Effect. You roll it out. I will show you here with a little block. When you open it, it totally looks like FIMO Soft. But then you roll it out like really thin, and it's magic. What will happen now is magic. You can, prepare yourselves. You can cut it with scissors. It's really, really cool. It looks like leather. It has a really leathery texture. It also feels like leather, but it's not leather, it's FIMO Leather Effect. You can cut it with scissors. Yeah, Kunikoko, that's like really amazing. You can also punch it and make like little holes. That's so cool. And you can also, and I'm not lying, you can also sew it with the sewing machine. I have done that. It really, really works. So you roll it out, you put it in the oven, and after hardening, it stays bendable. The FIMO blocks are like this. You roll it out, it comes into the oven, and it is bendable, and you can cut it. That's like super awesome. So you can not only make like uni colors, but also really, really cool textures. You can mix several colors and marble it. Also, you can make like really, really nice patterns like this, or really cool gradients. It's super, super nice to work with. So you can, at the end, you have like your leathery sheets, and then you can cut it or sew it or punch it any way you like. Kunekoko asks, is it harder to soften the block before you work with it? No, it isn't. Actually, it's really soft, as you can see. And I will show you in like some seconds because I will show you how to create all these patterns. And at the end, we will make these super nice earrings. It's really, really easy to soften. And I think the hard or softness is comparable to the FIMO Soft. So thank you for your question. So you roll it out like really thin, then it comes into the oven, and then it's bendable, and at the beginning it's like super soft as well. You can like just rip it apart. It's really, really soft. And before I start teaching you how you make these patterns and these earrings with those patterns, there's a bit that's important to know for working with FIMO. Wi-Fi says yes, but the temperature not more than 110. Actually not with FIMO leather effect, and you can always find that on the blocks. FIMO leather effect comes into the oven with 130 degrees, and that's also the big difference to FIMO Soft. I will show you the FIMO Soft block. Here you can see 110 degrees, and with FIMO leather effect, it's 130 degrees. And I always recommend to use an oven thermometer, so you can make sure that it's really the right temperature, because all ovens are different. So make sure that it's the right temperature, and always preheat the oven. That's super important as well. And then when you use the oven thermometer, you'll see that it's like the right temperature, because it's really sad when it's like too hot and the FIMO is not comes out not very nice. So when working with FIMO, there are like some different surfaces that are good for that. A glass plate or a tile, and also baking paper is super for working with FIMO. It's really important that there's no dust and that you really clean the surface that you're working with, because the FIMO, it really attracts the dust. So it's really important that it's flat and that it's really dust free, and that you wash your hands beforehand, because you don't want any dirt to come on your FIMO. So that's really important. So for everybody who crafts with me today, clean your hands and clean the surface that you're working with. I recommend a glass tile, or you can also work on baking paper. Kunekoko says, FIMO and dust or cat hair, big love story. Yeah, I also have a dog that has very long hair, and I know what you're talking about. So you really need to make sure that everything is neat and clean, because it's very sad when there's like dust on the hardened FIMO. Okay, so first I will show you the materials that we need today for making the earrings. And don't worry if you don't have the material, you can watch everything later on. And I had my earrings here on the Instagram handle. So here you can find me. That's me. That's FIMO. And you can always use the hashtag myFIMO. And also, of course, I'm super happy when you want to make an Instagram story, tag me, tag FIMO, and use the hashtag myFIMO. And I'm happy to see your Instagram stories later on. So I'm making a little bit of space here so we can craft together. Okay, I put that here. I hope you see everything, but I think so. Yeah, okay. So for making our super nice earrings out of FIMO leather effect, we need FIMO leather effect. That's kind of obvious. And it depends a little on which pattern you want to make. So you can make like one color, then you only need one color. If you want to make the pattern one, this one, you will need, wait a moment, this, and this. Okay, I will show you like that. So if you want to make this pattern, you will need gray, black, and rust. If you want to make the gradient, I will put them here. You need white and rust, and that's kind of obvious. It's only one color, and of course you can choose for yourself which color you want to use. I have used the dark gray, and I think that's really, really nice and elegant. So you can choose for yourselves which colors you like to use. Also, we need a rolling pin. Alternatively, you can also use a glass bottle, but it needs to be not textured. That's really important. It needs to be not textured, so because the texture, it always applies to the FIMO then, so it shouldn't be textured. And this rolling pin is like really, really awesome, and it's perfect for working with FIMO in general. Then for putting everything together in the end, we need pliers for putting like the rings together. And we need jump rings. Jump rings are these very, very small rings. I hope you can see them. Very small for putting the earrings together, and also the earring hooks. I hope you can see them. Here they are. That's what we need in the end. But we will start with making the patterns first. So you saw what you need for which earrings, and I will put them here for your inspiration. Also on the Staedtler website, there is a template for the earrings, so you can download that. But of course, you can like cut out any shapes that you like. So now I will show you the first pattern. Okay. Hi, Dani. Nice that you're watching. And hi, Wafai. You're watching from Morocco. And you love the FIMO world. I love the FIMO world as well. Thank you for watching. Okay. So now I'm curious if you will craft with me today, if you will try out the patterns, or if you are just watching and will watch it again later on in order to make it then. So both is like totally fine. Okay, I will make a little space. Okay. So let's start. The process with FIMO leather effect is like this. First, we roll it out with our acrylic pin. Then we make some super nice patterns, put them in the oven, these sheets, and these are already hardened. And afterwards, I will show you how to put the pieces together for the earrings. And I will show you some different patterns. And first, we will start with the super cool gradient look. And you can type into the chat if you have made gradients with FIMO before. I love gradients. I think they are super cool and they are like really easy to make. I will show you how you blend two colors together and get a super nice gradient. So what we need are two colors. I will choose rust and the ivory. I always recommend to start with a lighter color when working with FIMO, because sometimes when working with darker colors, you get like the darker colors on your hands and this gets on the other FIMO. So always start with a lighter color. Okay, in order to make the gradient, first I warm it up on my hand. And you see it's like really, really easy to model. I don't need a lot of pressure. I roll it in my hand. And you can do that together with me if you have like the FIMO leather effect with me. And if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to the FIMO channel so you can watch it later on. Kunekoko says, I already did a gradient with FIMO. I have it here beside me, a pencil box made out of a tin can with a FIMO gradient around it. That sounds super awesome. I love it. I love gradients in general. So I made like a little ball. So for making the gradient, you need a ball first. Actually, you need two balls, but I will start with this one. And then I roll my hand on one side so it gets like a teardrop shape. Okay. We want a little teardrop, and you can see, or like a little mouse. It looks like a little mouse. Or teardrop or whatever. I put a little pressure on it. And I need the same thing once again with the other color. You will see we will get a gradient like this out of this. Also, if you cannot imagine it right now, it will happen. And I will repeat the same thing. I will roll it in my hands. And I need to make sure that my hands are really nice and clean, because we do not want the dust in the FIMO. Okay, I have like a ball or something that's similar to a ball. And then I roll it in my hands again to have the little teardrop shape. Okay, and push a little from above. Okay, we want two triangles. We have this triangle and this triangle, and because I have worked with the darker FIMO, I will clean my hands once again, because I do not want the rust on here. We want to blend it, but yeah, we do not want it to be dirty. So we have these two teardrops, and we make sure that the spikes show in the opposite directions. So now I put them together, and it looks like this. Then I will roll over it with my acrylic pin. And for this, I need a little pressure. So this takes some time. And I want to make sure that it's like, I'm not sure what it's called in English, rectangular or something like that, when it has four edges. I'm not sure. A box. We want a little box. Okay, we want a little box. You can write in the chat what it's called. Like, I'm not sure. It's Rechteck in German, but I'm not sure what it's called in English. So we want this little box and roll over it again and again. Rectangle. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I was right. It's a rectangle or box. Let's call it box. Okay. So I roll over it again and again. Thank you, Catherine. And Jericho and Kunikoko. So, okay. That looks really neat already. And I want to speed up the process. So I will use the clay machine. The clay machine is like super practical. I will show it to you. And it's actually like a pasta machine. And you can make like really, really easy, nice FIMO sheets with it. And you can do the same with the acrylic roller, but it's like really, really so much faster with the clay machine. So I will use the clay machine because like we only have 1 hour. I put it in here and then it comes out. As you can see, really flat. Okay, then I will put the edges in here again. And what I will do now is I will make it even smaller with the clay machine. You can actually do the same with the acrylic roller. It's just a lot faster with the clay machine. I have destroyed it a little, but that's no problem at all. Okay, so what I will do now for the gradient is first I will cut it like a little nicely, and then, and this is really important, I will fold it like this. And we will repeat this step again and again and again until we have our rectangle, our gradient. I just read a rectangle in the chat, and all I can think of is rectangle right now. And of course, this does not look like a gradient so far. So we will have to repeat it again and again and again. Okay. No gradient, but it takes some time. When you repeat this process again and again, you will realize that a gradient will come out. It just takes some time, and it takes much more time when you do it with the acrylic roller. So I'm doing it with the clay machine because it's like a lot faster. And I love the clay machine for that because it like really speeds up the process. And I will cut it out here a little bit because we really do not need that much. And what I will do, I will fold it again and again and again. And you see slowly the colors are going to blend right here. So I will repeat that again and again. It starts to blend slowly, very, very slowly. And that's the reason I'm using the clay machine, because it's like much slower doing it by hand. And now you can see some things happening right here. It doesn't look nice so far. That's because that's the reason. We will repeat that. And here you can see, something is happening. I will cut this a little bit so it looks nicer. Something's happening, and you can not only do that with FIMO Ladder Effect, you can also do that with FIMO Soft and all other kinds of FIMO. I'm a really, really big fan of gradients, and the more you repeat it, the nicer the gradient will become. So I could do that until the end of time, until it's like really soft and smooth. And I repeat it again and again and again. Cool Coco says, yeah, it happens. Rodeo's bopping. Boogie says it looks so nice. Yeah, I also think it like looks really nice. And the more I repeat it, the nicer the gradient will become. And now it already looks smoother. And Kunekoko says it looks already pretty interesting. Yeah. And if you don't want the gradient to be like super smooth. You can also just keep it like it is if you like it. So no worries. I just cut it to speed up the process a little because we don't have like 10 hours today. But here you can see it looks like really, really nice already. And the more you will repeat it, the nicer the gradient will look. You can do the same thing with the acrylic roller, but it's like much faster with the pasta machine. You could also just use a regular pasta machine for doing that. Catherine says it's amazing how quickly it goes from the 2 blocks of color to the gradient. Yeah, totally. With a pasta machine, it's like super, super fast. And the more I repeat it, the nicer the gradient will look. It's like super nice. And it's even much smoother than the one I have right here. I really, really like it. I think it's like super, super cool. So here you can see how nice the gradient turns out. I will do it once again, and then I will show you the next pattern. It's super nice. It's so cool. I totally love it. And the more you repeat the process, the nicer the gradient will look. And I cannot stop. I literally cannot stop. It looks so nice. I love it. It looks much nicer than what I have prepared. Just once more, I need to stop. I'm a little bit addicted to gradients, as you might have noticed. But here you can see. You have this one. You put it in the oven, and then you can cut out any shape you like. And then it comes out like this. It's harder, but it's bendable. Amazing. This would come in the oven for 30 minutes at 130 degrees. Okay, we have more patterns to come today, so I will stop with the gradient right now. I can't stop, but I need to because we do not have that much time. So now I will show you this one. I will put that aside. I will show you this one, the big shapes. Okay, and for the big shapes, I will roll out one color as a base, whatever you like. Wafai says, I need to make some creation with my FIMO leather too. It looks great. It looks amazing, doesn't it? And it has such nice colors. I am totally in love. And I really, really love that you can use it like leather. It looks like leather. It feels like leather, but you can put any patterns there that you like. And these are just some examples. There is so much more. There's so much more possibilities. Okay, so I will roll out a nice and even sheet. And in order to speed up the process, I will use the pasta machine once again. Okay, because that's a bit faster. And I do not want to bore you, so I will use this one. Pasta machine, yay! So here it is. Actually, it's a clay machine, but you can also just use the pasta machine that you have. So, okay. Oh, I had some of the rust left right here, but we do not need to worry because there will be some patterns on there anyway. Okay, for this look, this is perfect for leftovers. If I have any leftovers, it's absolutely perfect to create this look with the leftovers. For here, I used a little bit of rust and of the black FIMO. And I create this look by just cutting out little like pieces of FIMO. And they do not need to be nice and even. They actually need to be a bit messy because that's like the coolest look. So I will just put them right here. They need to be a little messy because this is how the super nice pattern is created. Okay. Little messy scraps of FIMO. So let's take a look how it looks like. Wafai says, Kurikoko, you're so happy with the pasta machine. It's a lifesaver for FIMO creators and it's a time saver. It saves so much time. And also, I think it doesn't hurt in the arms as much when you craft like a lot with FIMO. And now I have a super nice trick for you because we will roll over these little pieces of FIMO, but we have the light FIMO here and the darker one here. And when we roll over it, we do not want the colors to mix. We just want these shapes. So I will put a sheet of baking paper over it, and then I will roll over the scraps of FIMO. Oh, so that I was a little enthusiastic, so a bit slower. And now you can see the super cool pattern. And I want another color as well, the black color. So now I will cut some little pieces once again and put them on the other ones. And they can like totally overlap because that will really look like super nice. This is a really nice and modern pattern. I think it looks so, so cool. And I used it for these earrings and I think it looks so nice and so elegant. So, and you can like mix any colors you like. I love it. I think it looks so nice. It's amazing. Okay. And here, once again, I need to stop because also I'm a little addicted to putting these little pieces on there. And once again, especially with the black, we need to put the baking paper on here and then roll over it, because otherwise we would like have a black all over the gray FIMO. And now we can take a look if we like the pattern already. And here you can see I used a little bigger dots. If you like bigger shapes, then you can like repeat the process until you are happy with the shapes. So I will put a little FIMO on there again, roll over it, and then we have our super nice modern pattern. And as you can see, the pattern always turns out like completely different. I like that so much because it's always individual. And so we have our second pattern, and I would just put this one in the oven at 130 degrees for 30 minutes, and then we have our next super nice pattern. Okay. Wafai says, I will try to make a video too about this tutorial for FIMO creators community in Morocco. Thank you for this live. Oh, wow, super cool. Make sure to also tag me and FIMO Stedler. Perhaps you want to make an Instagram story about it. I would love to see it. That's super cool. So is FIMO well known in Morocco? Do many people use it? I'm curious. So our next pattern are the paint spots. I really love the paint spots. This is actually my favorite pattern. Hello, Katrin. Thank you for joining. And these paint spots are also super easy to make. And we will use another kitchen tool for it. I will reveal that very soon. But first, I will make a nice and even sheet of FIMO once again. You can start with any color you like. I will start with the dark gray again because I have a little dark gray left. I will roll it out and make a nice and even sheet of FIMO. And the return of the pasta machine, because looking at the time, we need to speed up the process a little because I want to show you so much more. There are so many nice options with FIMO leather effect, and I would love to show them all. So let's speed up the process with the pasta machine. I love the pasta machine. Yeah, the return of the pasta machine. I think it will return several times today, once again. Okay, now everybody loves the pasta machine. I will use a kitchen tool, and I think you have something like that too. And this is a cheese grater, I think. I think you call it like that. And we need just a little bit of another color to create the paint spots. I will put the cheese grater over my FIMO sheet. I will take the second color and just put it like right here, rub it over the cheese grater, and you see these little messy spots, and I assure you they will look like super cool after rolling over them. Okay. Actually, I work more with FIMO than I cook. So I'm not sure when this will be like cleaned. Perhaps it will be for FIMO from now on. Actually, I discovered this technique like some days ago, and I was like, I need to show you. It's so awesome. I love it. I love it. Crafting is so much better than cooking, Katrin. Yeah. And Wafai says a lot of girls try to make a jewelry small business with polymer clay, and FIMO is the only brand we have in Morocco. Ah, super cool. FIMO is also the best brand, of course, and has the highest quality. So now you see what it looks like, and I assure you it will look like super awesome after rolling over it. Jericho says, I will visit Marrakesh in a few weeks and we will have a look for local FIMO artistry. That's super cool. I love it that you're like connecting over the chat. That's amazing. So once again, we will use the baking sheet because we do not want the colors to blend. We just want the pattern to come out nice and even. So I will put the baking sheet over here, roll over it. Oh, I love it so much. It looks like really amazing. It's so nice. This is my favorite one. It's definitely, oh, I love it. As you can see from like what I'm wearing, apparently I love paint spots and it's so cool, isn't it? I'm a big fan. Okay, now I will show you another technique, looking at the time, our last technique for today, and then I will show you how you put together the earrings. So we have like a few pieces of FIMO left in different colors. What are we gonna do with it? We will marble them. Marbling is like the best technique that you can use when you have like leftovers. How do we marble? We just roll out the individual pieces of FIMO, and I will need to create a little space. Okay, we will roll them out as nice FIMO strings, and for this one, will the pasta machine return again? I can guarantee you it will. The pasta machine will make one last super epic appearance today, soon. I need to roll out a little by hand, but I assure you it will return because looking at the time, I need to speed up the process because I want to show you how you put together the earrings at the end. So how do we marble? We have created these little strings of FIMO, and marbling is like perfect if you have FIMO scraps left, and actually you can like super nicely clean up your desk with it because now we want the colors to blend. I put just everything together and create like a string of FIMO out of all the individual strings. and then I will twist them. It looks not that good right now, but it will like look really, really nice at the end. You will see. We just need to be a little patient, like with the gradient. Okay, now we have like the string of FIMO. And for the marbling effect, I will twist it and make a ball. I will roll the ball in my hands. Okay, super nice ball. And then I will twist it once again. And I will repeat this process like again and again and again. And you can see, perhaps you can guess what's happening here. The colors are starting to blend slowly. Now I need my acrylic pen, roll over it, and you can see the marbling starts, but it's not that nice right now, so I will twist it again. And what I love about marbling, that you never know how it turns out at the end. I love it. I love marbling. You can never know how the effect looks at the end. And I think that's really nice already. And I think it's time for the last return of the pasta machine to speed up the process a little. You could also do it by hand, but it's a little boring to watch. So let's speed it up. I will put that in the pasta machine, roll it through, I think. I'm not sure if it's, no, it has worked totally fine, but I'm not that happy with the pattern right now. I think I want to twist it once again. So if the colors haven't blended nicely, you roll over them again and again and just repeat the process. And that's the really cool thing about marbling. You can like repeat it until you're happy with the pattern. Then I will roll over it once again. And I think now it looks nice. It looks super nice. I will roll over it. And you never know how it turns out. That's so cool. Okay, now is the last return of the pasta machine. I will roll it through the machine one last time. And let's see how the marble pattern turns out. All the patterns you can not only create with FIMO leather effect, but also with all kinds of FIMO, also with FIMO soft, for example. Oh, that looks super nice. I love it. That looks super nice. It's really cool. You never know how it turns out, and that's the cool thing about the marbling. That's super cool. Okay, now I have showed you the last pattern I wanted to show you today, but we have not put the earrings together, so we will do that right now. And now you can choose out of which FIMO sheet I will create the earrings. Is it the gradient, the marble, the shapes, or the paint spots? I will choose the one that you choose right now. So you can choose paint spots. Kune Coco says paint spots. Okay, any other wishes? Marble. Okay, marble or paint spots. The third person writing something decides which one we will use. Marble or paint spots. I need one more person to vote. Marble or paint spots? Write it in the chat right now, or something else, but that would make it like a little difficult. Marble. Nicole says marble. Okay, Kune Coco is fine with marble, but the paint spots, they will be used. They will be used later on. I love them. I don't have a coin right now, but Nicole has decided the paint spots will be used because they are my personal favorite. Okay, so I want to make sure that I do not waste so much of the FIMO leather effect. So I put it like right here. And now I need to find my pen. I think I had a pen, but it's gone. But I have a little pencil. Ah, here, that's perfect. It's a little chaotic right here. But the creative people will know that the desks are always a little chaotic. So it's like creative chaos. Now I will just put the template right here. And actually, you can cut out any shapes that you like. For example, I am currently wearing these. They are also made of FIMO leather effect. And I just like cut out the shapes. I need like really sharp scissors. And as you can see, I can just cut it. It's amazing, isn't it? That's so amazing. It's really hard to believe that you can just cut a hardened modeling clay. When I saw FIMO leather effect for the first time, I really could not believe that's a modeling clay. It's like so cool. Hard to believe, but easy to cut. Wow, I think the FIMO team should like take this slogan by Coolie Coco. It's amazing. Okay. I'm like nearly through. It's not cut perfectly, but that's the nice thing about it. Okay, actually it looks like a child, a kindergarten child has cut it. But I need to look at the time so I can make that nice later on. Okay, so the next piece. And if you have like any questions, please type them into the chat. That's super important because I want to answer all your questions today. So the next piece, I think I need to cut a little faster. Actually, I'm like really impatient, and I'm also really impatient when cutting. Actually, normally, like in my everyday crafting life, I always use a plotter when I need to cut something because I do not like to cut. It's I'm super impatient, and actually, you can use FIMO leather effect with a plotter. That's also so amazing. So if you have a plotter, you can cut like complicated shapes of FIMO leather effect with your plotter. That's so cool. Okay, so we have like 2, and now we need the third one. I need to find a nice spot. I think this one. A plotter, perhaps it's not the same word in English. I'm not sure. There is, for example, the brand Cricut. They make plotters. It's a machine that can cut out stuff. It can you put like a template in there, and it cuts things out for you. For example, out of paper or like vinyl that you can iron on stuff. And there are also like bigger plotters, and they can also cut out a cutter machine. Yeah, okay, cutter machine. It sounded so English. Plotter sounded so English, but perhaps it's only the word in German. But yeah, a cutting machine. That's like super amazing. And with a big cutting machine, you can also cut FIMO leather effect. Okay, so I have cut out my template, my little leaves. Okay, and now we will put them together. And another cool thing, you can just punch the FIMO leather effect like this, or you use a needle. That also works. It's like super cool. So I will punch the holes in there to put it together, and you can find the holes on the template. So that's like super easy. Yeah, very nice, isn't it? It's like so fall-y, autumn-y, whatever. Super nice. I love them. And I especially love that you can like cut out any shapes. I could use the rest and cut out circles or whatever I like. So now I will put them together, and this is really the easiest part. I just need my jump rings and I need my earring hooks, and I just put them together with a small pliers. If you have like any questions regarding FIMO leather effect, type them into the chat. I'm here, the FIMO team is here. So I want to answer all your questions. Okay, so I will open the jump rings, and this is like, it literally takes like 1 minute. And then you just put the individual pieces together, and it's so cool that you can like just cut out any shapes you like. And if you have not done it so far, you need to subscribe to the FIMO channel. You are right now on the FIMO channel. Just click the subscribe button so you will never miss another workshop, because this workshop is the second one out of 6 seasonal workshops that we have like this winter. And there are 2 Christmas workshops to come and 2 winter workshops to come. And there will be so nice, the projects will be super nice. There will be earrings, I think, with a Christmas topic. So that this will be so, oh no, that will be like super nice. I tried not to use, I tried to do it by hand, but as I told you, I'm like super impatient, and I always want to speed up the process, but sometimes that's not possible. Katrin asks, how heavy is the material when you wear it as earrings? It's super, super not heavy. It's like you like really don't feel it. I wear a lot of big earrings, but I really don't even feel them when wearing them. So it's like you don't even feel them. So it's perfect. I think the FIMO soft is heavier than the FIMO leather effect. And here we have our finished earring. I think it looks super nice. And of course, for Kuno Coco, I will make these as well later on. But first, I will switch my camera once again to talk to you so that you can see me. Okay. I will show up very soon. Stepping over the pasta machine. Okay. Here I am once again. Hi. So today we have made super nice autumn leaf earrings, and you can, if you have crafted with me, you can now put your FIMO sheets in the oven, and then you can cut out anything you like. So make sure to download the template, and also make sure to subscribe to the FIMO channel so you won't miss any of the workshops, because there are 4 workshops to come. Don't miss them. You can like get, when you click on the bell, you will get the notifications when the other workshops will come. And please, if you show your results with FIMO leather effect, tag me, tag FIMO Statler, and make sure to tag us in your Instagram stories, in your Instagram posts. We are really excited to see your results. Thanks a lot for watching. That was a lot of fun. Catherine says, I'm moving to Darmstadt very soon, and I've just seen you're really close. I have to see if you do in-person courses. Yeah, amazing. Totally. Jericho says, thank you, Lisa, for the great workshop. Super cool. It was so much fun. Thanks a lot for watching, for everybody who's watching live, but also for everybody who is watching the recording later on. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you see when there will be new workshops. The next workshop will be in 2 weeks. It will be super awesome. It won't be with me, but I will make sure to watch as well, because super cool FIMO artists will host the other workshops. So thanks a lot for watching. It was so much fun with you, and have a really nice evening. Thanks a lot. Bye and see you soon.